What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Ghouls Gaming and Tech channel. Now, I did not foresee myself being in this particular position. Obviously, by the title, you guys can see that I purchased the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I was very dead set on the iPhone 17, just the whole lineup, just being the same thing, just a software update for the most part. But for some reason, I kept coming back to that design. I was like, why does that design look so good to me? Now, I don't know if it's because after all these years, Apple decided to do something different aesthetically, because the iPhone, it's pretty much been the same as far as the design of it from about the iPhone 13 or 14. I think the 13 really, all the way up until the 16. The last iPhone I had was the 14 Pro Max, which I kept around here. But the design of the 17 Pro Max, it kept calling me and it kept making me say, Brandon, you want it, do it, do it.
Do it!
I finally caved and bought the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which is right here. And we're gonna do a quick unboxing. I got this on, well, I don't know when this video is gonna post, but I got this on Wednesday, like late in the day, and I was going out of town. So obviously I had to like open it just to put like a screen protector on. And I'll show you some videos that I shot with it, but this is gonna be basically like a quick unboxing, but really first impressions kind of thing. I got the 256 gig version. I have the silver one. I believe it was like 1,199 bucks. I traded in my 14 Pro Max, so I got a little discount there. As you guys know, it has those three 48 megapixel cameras. You have three color options: the orange, the blue, and the silver, which I wish they had more colors, but it is what it is. Obviously, you have water and dust resistant. It's made of aluminum alloy frame instead of titanium, which is, you know, debatable, up in the air, but I like the way it looks. I'm slapping the case on this thing anyway, so I won't have any issues with the whole scratch gate thing. Obviously, you have that ceramic shield too, as far as the coating on the front. What else? 3000 nit brightness. Yeah, the selfie camera's new. You have that center stage. But yeah, that's, I mean, you guys know all this stuff. The A19 chip is in there. I must say, I was missing out, dude. I was missing out. I thought it was going to be tons of the same thing. Just a software update, because I have other iPhones around here. I got the iPhone 13 back there. I had the 14 Pro Max. And, you know, if you know, they all get the same software update, the same iOS 26. So I'm like, should I get this phone? It's just a new design a little bit, and I already have access to the software that's on it, so it kind of doesn't make sense for me to get it. But I haven't had an iPhone, like the one that I actually use day to day, since the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So I say all that to say, boy, was I wrong. All right, you guys, so like I said, we have the iPhone 17 Pro Max right here. Got a couple of accessories sitting around, the AirPods, a Spigen case, some MagSafe kickstands, a wireless charger. Like I said, I'll be doing a video on the best accessories for this phone, so feel free to subscribe so you can check that out. And also the cases, I'm going to show you guys several cases because I'm slightly OCD, and I usually get about 12 to 15 cases, just because I like to switch my cases every 3 to 5 days. I know I got a problem, but hey, it is what it is. And also the customization tips and tricks for the home screen, all that good stuff. But anyways, wasn't a big fan of this silver color at first. I really wanted the cosmic orange. I called to Best Buy, Apple, Verizon, Walmart. No one had the cosmic orange. Some places had the blue, but silver was pretty much available everywhere. So I ended up getting the silver. It grew on me. Take a look around. You have display of the phone on the front, Apple logo on the top, and the bottom, iPhone, and then on the back, just some details. Anyways, box is very thin. Obviously, you guys know Apple is jipping everybody out of the charging brick now. Then you have the phone itself. Again, I end up liking this color. But yeah, braided cable, USB-C to C, and then some papers that nobody reads. Put that to the side. But yeah, let's take this off. All right, so let's power this up. All right, and while this turns on, I will say that I was a very big fan of the titanium build. I didn't know how I was going to feel towards this, but I actually ended up liking this a little bit more because with the titanium frames, you would get so many fingerprint smudges on the side of it. These sides right here. and it kind of made your phone look so gross, like you would have to wipe it down all the time. But with this frame and this material, you don't have to worry about that because you don't have that anymore. Feels nice and light in my hand, so I'm definitely gonna get used to this. All right, so now my info is in here. I do love this display. Not gonna lie, the dynamic island is still here. Obviously, it's not a new feature, but it's still newer to most people. You can get some pretty useful information. I noticed like using Uber and like, you know, when you go to the airport. All right, so first things first, we're gonna talk about this camera button. Like I said, it's a newer feature, I guess, but it's still pointless. This was on the previous phone as well, but it's pointless because the amount of time it takes to click that, you can just swipe over. So I'm still trying to see what the purpose of it is. It is a quick action, but it's just as quick to swipe over from the home screen or from the lock screen. So I'm not sure about that. And even tapping this, the same effort and motion. Yeah, you can you know, mess with your controls a little bit like this, but what's the difference of doing it right here versus, yeah, like what's the difference of doing it right there than that? I don't know. Maybe I'll get used to it and I'll like it more, but to me, it's just okay. I think it takes pretty decent photos. Well, not pretty decent, but the best photos. I think the iPhone has the better photos now, more than some other phones, but I think the photos are very good, very detailed. Can't complain with those. Anyways, I'll put some photos up. I did take some photos while I was on vacation just so you guys can see kind of what it looks like. But I am a fan of the photos. But let's go to like Instagram so we can see how it scrolls, the smoothness, you know, the 120 hertz that it has. Pretty smooth, pretty smooth. iOS 26 is nice. I do like it though. Let's check the sound and video. Let's turn this up real quick. Sound is very good. I like this. Let's go to YouTube actually. Let's check out like a full actual video. Those of you who don't know, I posted this video just so I can get a gauge on the iPhone 17 Pro Max and like if it was worth it and what people thought about it. I know it was so much hype. But basically, I saw the design and for some reason I kept coming back to it. I kept researching videos, looking it up, and I really liked the design. Obviously, I had a couple iPhones, but I already had access to iOS 26, but I didn't really see the reason to upgrade. And then I upgraded and I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it. I was so close to missing out. I love this design. Like it's something new, it's refreshing. We haven't had an updated design from Apple in a while, since like the 12. Let's listen to the speakers. And welcome back to the Ghouls Gaming and Tech Channel. Now I have a serious question for you guys. I'm trying to kind of make a decision and I'm pretty much at a standstill and I'm not sure exactly. I think the speakers are very good. And I have headphones on and it seems loud to me. And maybe have you guys help me out as well in the comments down below. Basically, now that all the hype is over, everyone doing their reviews left and right 3 days after they get the phone, 1 week after they get the phone, I really and truly want to know. All right, so I think the sound is very good. Dynamic Island, I think that's super useful too. I know it's not like a super new feature, but you have things like, you know, you swipe out of it, you got your notifications up here. Like I said, that works well with like when you have a flight or you get an Uber or whatever the case is, the Amazon deliveries en route. You'll get those notifications up there, just something quick to access, which also goes into multitasking. Obviously, you can have that up there, but still, you know, go on like Amazon or something like that and go shopping. No, it doesn't have multitasking to the level of like the Galaxy phones, but it's something. So the most multitasking you get out of this is using that dynamic island and also maybe like watching a video. You know, it minimizes and then you go to like Amazon or something and you can shop at the same time. That's the most customization, or not customization, but multitasking you're probably gonna get out of this. Another quick thing that I noticed was, and I'll probably put some photos over my voice right now, but the 3000 nit brightness is very much appreciated. Those of you who don't know, I live in the sunny state of Florida where it is more sunny than it is anything every day. And I need a bright phone, like it's a requirement at this point. And that was one of my biggest gripes about the Galaxy Z Fold 5. That inner display I had the brightness all the way up and it would look like I had it dimmed when I was in the sun. I don't have that issue with this one. I walk outside, I turn the brightness all the way up and it is shining in all its glory. Like I said, this is just like a first impressions unboxing. I'm really enjoying this phone. I missed using this and it's been generations later, and I'm glad I kind of picked it up again when you have a new design. It gives me something to look forward to, but I'll go into more detail in the full review. So again, make sure to subscribe for that and all those other videos I mentioned earlier. Make sure to subscribe. But yeah, so far I am definitely digging it. I see what all the hype was about. I'm so glad I missed out. And again, I have no regrets. I still have my S25 Ultra, but I'm enjoying being an Apple guy right now. I'm neither Apple or a Samsung guy actually, but I'm enjoying using this 17 Pro Max. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Love you guys as always. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. And those other videos I mentioned will be coming very soon. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one. Peace.